You are going to love this trick for 3 reasons. Reason number 1, super easy. This is an easy trick. Number 2, all you're using are pieces of file cards, okay? File cards you cut in half and you need a marker. So not a lot of, what would you say, fancy props going on there. And number 3, it's based on the worldwide sensation Wordle. So even when you say to friends, probably a bunch of your friends already play Wordle. As soon as you say, hey, who wants to play a game of Wordle? Everybody is instantly interested. Now, you start by showing, so the idea, of course, is you got to guess, you got to figure out the letters to this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letter words. You got to cut out full, you don't cover it, you don't change it. That's your prediction in a sense. But they've got to figure it out, right? Next, you say, look, I'm going to deal through these letter cards, and as I deal through, you say stop whenever you want. And so you one by one, and as you drop the letters down, they can see the letters are all different, and they say stop whenever they want. And here's the best part. They really can say stop whenever they want. It doesn't really matter. They can say stop at any time. Where they say stop, you stop. There's no switches of any kind. There's no kinds of switches. The same card you start with is where you finish, which is great. So you get rid of all the ones. You put them off to the side that they didn't stop at. I want to make sure, again, you guys can see this on camera here. And you slowly deal out these 5 cards exactly where they said stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? Super fair. Now, you say not only did you stop at the 5 you chose, but we're going to mix these up exactly to the arrangement that you decide. I'm going to deal them down. Now, do you want me to deal one or switch the top 2 cards? You get to choose. Deal or switch. And let's say they say switch. You say fine. I'm going to switch the top 2, right? Put them down. Very fair. These next 2, do you want me to deal them down or switch them? And let's say they say just, okay, I want you to switch again. You say, fine. We'll switch the order of the top 2 again, leaving our last one here like this. We went through a whole bunch of cards. You said stop wherever you wanted to. Then you actually decided the order of these 2 cards without changing the order at all. And again, I want everyone to see these. I'm going to put your 5 guesses of the letters down beside these. There's number 1. There is number 2. There is number 3, number 4, and number 5. Super duper fair. Okay, obviously no tricky moves, nothing like that. Then you turn them over one at a time and show they got the first one. They got the second one. And they got the third. And they got the fourth. And amazingly, they got the 5th. Boom. Which I think you'll agree really does look a lot like magic. You're going to have a great time with this trick. This is one of these tricks that is instantly engaging. People find it entertaining. It's mysterious. The prediction aspect sets up a whole lot of beautiful tension. Yeah, and everyone knows how this trick's supposed to end if it goes right. So that's what I love about this too. The method's super easy and all that stuff. So in this video, I'm going to reveal to you the secrets to this. You're going to be able to do this in just a few minutes once you learn the secrets. It's very straightforward. This week, I'm giving away one of my mentalism gimmicks, one of my most popular ones, called Omnilope. It's a very special envelope that allows you to make a whole bunch of cool predictions. So you're going to get a chance to win. I'm going to ask the question of the week, and you'll get a chance to win that. And I'm going to announce the winners from the last contest. Last contest, I was giving away Melting Point, which is a very cool sort of big nail through borrowed bill illusion. Very dramatic. I'm going to announce the winners there. I think that's everything. Before we go any further, last thing, I just wanted to mention a big thank you. In the last, about a month ago, I ran a very special promotion for my InsideDeception.com training site. InsideDeception.com. It is the world's most successful training site, online training site for magicians. And on the YouTube channel here, I mostly share beginner videos. On InsideDeception.com, I share intermediate and advanced videos. There are almost 1,000 videos right now on there. So definitely check it out if you're interested in going from these beginner tricks to learning so much more about the art, science, psychology of magic. There's so much more to learn. InsideDeception.com. Okay, let's jump in here. What do we start with? Let's start with the question of the week. Here's the question of the week. Since it's Wordle we're dealing with, all I want you to do is leave a comment down below and leave a word, a 5-letter word. Tell me a 5-letter word, any 5-letter word, but maybe a 5-letter word that you really like. Okay? Now, maybe not the word magic, I did that one, but another 5. Leave a comment down below with your 5-letter word. You're automatically entered into the contest, okay? So you go ahead and do that, and now let's jump into this thing here. So what have I done here? I think there's something to be said for 2 different colors. I really do. One is your prediction, sort of the blank Wordle waiting for you, and the others are... So here I have, of course, I felt the word magic, M-A-G-I-C, on these, and it's important that when I take these out of my pocket or my envelope that I know the order, okay? You can have a little pencil dot or a little this, but really the best thing to do is just make sure before you take them out that you know it's M-A-G-I-C, right? Because these little things matter. You don't want to be looking at them too much, right? So I take them out, talk about Wordle, put them down here and say these are going to be the 5 letters you're going to try to figure out what the word is. Boom. Immediately the goal is established, right? Now, you're set up here with these. This uses an old switch, or a force, really. It's really a force. Where what I've done is I've taken the M-A-G, I, and C, okay, like this. And there's the M, down to the C. I'm going to turn this face up. So the top one's C. I'm going to lay it right there. Okay, I want you to see this, obviously. There. Now, on top of this, I'm going to take 2 file cards. They're blank both sides and put them on top. Okay? Then finally, I've got all my other file cards, a Y and X, and these really are just a bunch of letters. None of them have the magic, no M-A-G, I, or C. Good for you, Jay, to be able to spell that right off the cuff there. Didn't even have one of your sort of a stunt double coming in and spell that for me. There we go, okay? These are on top. So what's my setup again? All the letters facing down, a couple of pieces of file card that are blank on both sides, and then I've got the M-A-G-C on the bottom, right? That's my setup. That's the trick. You are all set to go. The rest of it, there's only one small, sneaky move involved. Well, and a bit of psychology. You'll see it. So let me do this part. So you're dealing through, and as you deal through, you could deal through them, showing them and putting them down, right? Or you can simply deal them off. What's important is that they're watching the letters go by, and they can see that every letter is different. So, as you're dealing through and turning them up, you want everyone to be looking down here at the pile so nobody's looking at your hand. And the reason why no one's looking at your hand is at some point when they say stop, you're going to do a big gesture with both hands, okay? You're going to do something like, you're sure? Or you're going to do, now remember, you stop wherever you want, some large gesture. Everybody's looking here, you do your large gesture, and I did it off camera because, again, on YouTube it's very different, but all you're going to do is turn over the pile, okay? Now, you could turn it over with your fingers like this and make a bit of a move of it, or what you can do is literally gesture, put the pile down on the table, and as you put it down on the table, you're turning it over, right? As you put it down, you say, remember, okay, you could have stopped at the H, you could have stopped at the B, and so you had a reason for putting it down where they apparently stopped, so that you had both hands to then go through. So there's no real slight, but you've secretly turned the pile over. Now, what that means is that the M, the A, the G, the I, and the C, you can take them all off. Nobody has any clue they were on the bottom the entire time. And because of these cards that are blank on both sides, this looks the same as it should. All right? So, you've gone through all the letters. You've narrowed it down to 5. Now the trick is over, but they think, okay. Then I love this next phase, because in this next phase, you give them a chance to change the order of the cards, and they still match all the letters, even though they have a totally free choice. I'm going to show you exactly how that works. Just a second. But first, over here, I want to announce the Melting Point winners from last week. Okay, whole bunch of people entered last week. Here are the names of the Melting Point winners. Die Hard 64, and it is D-A-I, almost like Di Vernon, a famous magician. Very clever. Die Hard 64. Fat Wallet 13. That guy must be wealthy. That's a fat wallet, really. Gregory's Lock. Z-L-O-C-K. Gregory's Lock is in a Zlock. I'm going to start bleeding from the mouth if I say that anymore. Chrissy Moore. Thomas Dildeen. Gavin Nichols. Bob Moffat. Gary Nahabedian. Gary Nahabedian. Elvira Chacon, C-H-A-C-O-N, Chacon. Whitebeard Biker. WBB, C. Webb, and Marta Salva. U121, contact my team at contact@sankeymagic.com. Email them. Give them your real name, and if you're, you could even just say, hey, I'm not Gregory Zlock. If your name's DieHard64, give them your real name, first and last name for the mailing address, right? We need the mailing address. They will send out to you the very cool gimmicks and stuff for Melting Point. Check it out, sankeymagic.com, Melting Point. Okay, here we are. So, this is an old ruse that I add to this that makes it even more magical. You say, you're going to get a chance. You want me to switch the 2 cards before, or do you want me to deal them down the table? And if they say, notice, if they say deal down, I want you to see here. The M goes down, then the A goes down, right? If, however, they say switch and then deal, when you put the M below the A and put them both down, it's the same order. It's the exact, they're not changing the order at all. It's using your words to psychologically mess with the humanoid mind. Okay? So, again, you're saying, do you want me to switch or deal? I can switch the order and put them down, or deal. Now, I've done this, and maybe 1 in every 500 times, some smart acre will go, hey, wait a second, that's the same deal. But normally they don't. Okay, so you say switch or deal. If they say deal, you deal them down. If they say switch, you switch them and put them down. Still the same perfect order. To finish, you go, look, I'm not going to alter the order of them. I'm just going to lay them out there. And of course, you lay them out, boom, boom, boom. And what I love about, there's a bunch of things I love about this, but one of the things I love about this, and you may want to put a little pencil dot in the corner in case you have to turn one around or something like that, but you haven't altered the order. You've got these, let's make sure it's all on camera here. Very dramatic, okay? So, and the fact that if they made out any word, that's a cool match, but the fact that when you turn over, well, these ones match, and what I've sometimes done is say, okay, I got that, and I'll come over here and say, oh, and you got the I's, that's good. And you got the G's, and they still aren't putting it together. And then finally you get the C's, and then you get the A's, and you get this climax on climax kind of thing. Don't Google that. Where they see the words impossibly match, and at the same time it also spells the word magic. Very cool. Please, 2 things or 3 things. Please like the video. It does affect my ranking across the global magic community. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, of course, if you haven't already. I've got a whole bunch. I'm finally back on schedule. I'm going to be putting up a brand new video every single week. Sorry about the delay on this stuff. So much been going on. So subscribe to the channel and check out my InsideDeception.com training site. I'll leave a link. Inside Deception is, like I said, it is the world's most successful training site. It's innovative and groundbreaking. I put it online about 10 years ago. Got thousands of members all over the world. Check it out. If you want to take your whole magic game to the next level, definitely consider being a membership. It's, I don't want to say cheap, but I will say very inexpensive to join. New videos every week, almost 1,000 videos now. That's it. And don't forget to leave a comment, a 5-letter word down below, because I want you to have a chance to win Omnilope, a very cool mentalism gimmick. I'm going to announce the winners of the Omnilope gimmick on the very next video. Take it easy. Abra, abra, abra. Hey, is he about to vanish? Yep, cadabra.